Let's take a direct look through the lives of Sam Cooke, Aretha Franklin, and Oscar Brown, and see how did their personal attributes contribute towards the ending of the racism in the 60s. Good morning, my name is Alejandro B, and let's dive into the question at hand. To what extent has singer-songwriters named Sam Cooke, Aretha Franklin, and Oscar Brown impacted the fight against racism in the 60s? Through their singing and songwriting, Sam Cooke, Aretha Franklin, and Oscar Brown have brought about social change that has positively impacted minorities by using their tremendous talents and dedicating hours of their time to attend and host meetings to bring about change. On January 22nd, 1931, in Clarksdale, Mississippi, it was a magical day and a historical day that many people might have never knew. This marks the day of the birth of Sam Cooke and civil rights activist Sam Cooke, and easily known as by the music industry the father of soul. Sam starting his young career at the age of 6 years old, singing in a small group with his siblings named the Singing Children. Sam grew up mainly in the Chicago area with his father, Sam having a very strong presence in the church due to the fact that his father was the minister. Sam helped pave the road for cultural change in 1965 with song A Change Is Gonna Come, which then led to the song becoming an anthem for the civil rights movement world around. Cooke, feeling as if he should use his talents to write music that would voice the struggles for not just him, but for his community. Almost as in the way that Martin Luther King Jr. wrote in his letter from Birmingham jail, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." Aretha Franklin, a woman of many traits, she will forever be remembered for not only her musical achievements, but for her impact on social change during the important years of the civil rights movement. Franklin, easily known as the Queen of Soul, accomplished much more than just hit singles and performing. She was also responsible for much of the successful growth in the civil rights movement. Also like Sam, Franklin, starting out her early years participating in the choir at New Bethel Baptist Church in Detroit, Michigan. Aretha, daughter of preacher, civil rights activist, and good friend of Dr. King, Clarence L. Franklin, grew up around many impactful civil rights leaders such as Dr. King and Malia Jackson, and even her father, Clarence. As they helped mentoring her, really giving her the edge and ultimately helped developing her into a promising young adult. Fast forwarding to the year 1967, when she released what can be argued was her most famous song, Respect. Not knowing what lies ahead, the song became a hit worldwide, and also became another anthem for the civil rights movement and more. Franklin then even went on and wrote some personal messages that the song intended, and she wrote, "It was one of the battle cries of the civil rights movement." The song took on monumental significance. If not already clear, Franklin was dedicated to the community and to help further the growth and the impact on the civil rights movement. She would attend benefits with King and other fellow performers and activists. On occasion, we took on 11 cities tours with her as Aretha Franklin and Harry Belafonte, and they put gas in the vans. She did 11 concerts for free and hosted us at her home and did a fundraiser for my campaign. Aretha has always been a very socially conscious artist and inspiration, not just an entertainer. She has shared her points of views with the stage for challenged people to register to vote and to stand for decency, said Jesse Jackson. With all the personal sacrifices that led Franklin to help impact the fight with countless hours and tours and countless times where she would spend her own personal funds to see the job through. What Aretha Franklin has done for the civil rights community and the African American community is amazing to show how much of a tireless and diligent woman she really was. Oscar Brown, the man who started it all. The older of the two singers, Sam Cooke and Aretha Franklin, Oscar was born on October 10th, 1926, and died on May 29, 2005. He was an American singer, a songwriter, a playwright, a poet, and a civil rights activist. Being a very intelligent man, Oscar did run for office in both Illinois state legislator in the U.S. Congress. Although he came up short in both races, the ability to say that a male African American was even running for any kind of office was a tremendous accomplishment. He got his first big break with the collaboration with Max Roach, We Insist, and the record was celebrating the Black freedom movement in the United States and giving Oscar Brown the title of civil rights activist. He loved to entertain and teach his fans at the same time. With his music, much like Sam and Aretha, he put those real-life lessons and trials to pave the way for his lyrics. Both Oscar and Aretha lived long, fulfilling lives. Unlike Sam Cooke, which life ended a little earlier due to a case in which he was shot and killed on December 11, 1964. What questions do you have?
All right, 2 questions I have for you. What evidence did you gather that you didn't use, and then why didn't you use it?
I gathered some of Oscar Brown's music, and I didn't use all of it because he was more of an entertainer than he was. His music standpoint, music presence wasn't there compared to that of Sam Cooke, A Change Is Gonna Come, and Aretha Franklin's Respect. He
Okay.
was more of an entertainer.
Sorry, I apologize. What advice would you have for other people that are researching a topic like this?
Definitely to pull up the numbers of sales and just to talk about how their presence was.
Okay.